If you've been looking for the easiest and most delicious egusi recipe that you're going to find on the internet today, then you're at the right place. Let me show you how to make this delicious budget-friendly egusi soup. So you're going to need some tomato and pepper mix and onions. You're going to need some dried fish, stockfish, some meat and meat stock, and then some ugu leaves or pumpkin leaves, a little bit of bitter leaf, and some scent leaves. Please do not skip scent leaves. Then the egusi that you have grounded into powder form, some red oil. You're going to need some locust beans, some dadawa, and then you're going to need some seasoning cube, salt, and crayfish. So now that we've added red oil, you're going to allow that to heat up, and while that is heating, in another bowl where the egusi you grinded is, add some water into it and then turn it into a paste. You don't want it to be too watery. Just look for the same consistency as you can see in the video. So once you have properly mixed that and it looks like this, you're going to set it aside and then take the deboned fish that you had washed earlier, and then you're going to add it into the red oil and allow that to fry. So oftentimes adding the fish at this point removes the fishy smell if whoever is probably going to eat it doesn't really like fish. When you fry it like this, it just reduces the strong odor that some fish may have. So once you've done that, you're going to add bits and scoops of the egusi batter that you had mixed earlier, and then you're just going to keep adding it into the pot until you have exhausted it. And then you wouldn't mix it at this point. You're just going to cover the pot and then allow it to fry for a bit before we would now carefully just break them into tiny bits. So now that I'm done scooping, I'm just going to rinse the container so that we don't waste any of our egusi, and then add it into the pot. And then, like I said, you're just going to close it. Okay, so after a few minutes, we're going to open the pot, and then we're going to start to mix the egusi slowly, carefully, not too much, just gently, so that we gradually break the egusi into like those tiny lumps. Okay, so once your egusi is fried and then you've added your tomato pepper mix, you're going to mix that to combine, and then you're going to add the powdered crayfish from earlier. Feel free to be generous with your crayfish, because you can't go wrong with crayfish. And then once you have added that, you're going to add the locust beans and the dadawa, and you're just going to mix that to combine carefully, and you're going to mix that properly until it is well combined, and then you cover the pot and allow it to cook for a bit before you go in with your meat stock. Now you can use whatever protein you have, chicken, beef, goats, whatever it is that you have, go ahead and use it. And then you're going to just rinse the container that had the pepper mix, and then you add it, because there's no waste in this kitchen. And then you're going to mix that to combine. Just look at how beautiful this is, and this was so delicious. I really hope you try it out. Don't sleep on this method of making egusi. And then once you mix that up, you're going to cover it and allow it to cook. The reason why many people complain about they don't like egusi soup because their tummy was upset afterwards, is because they don't allow the egusi to cook properly before eating. Make sure you cook it, allow it to cook really well. You'll notice that I even added a bit of water, and then once you open the pot and then it looks this bubbly and the oil seems to be floating on top, then you know that your egusi is ready. And then you're going to mix it up, and just look at it. The aroma was so good. And you're just going to mix it again, and then you're going to add the vegetables from earlier. Now remember, we're using some pumpkin leaves, we're using some bitter leaf, and we're also using some scent leaves. Please do not leave out scent leaves. There's a way it just elevates and gives the egusi a different taste, a nice aroma. Try it out, and then you would understand better why you should definitely try it. And you're just going to mix that to combine, and just like that, after a few minutes, you're going to let that cook and let everything just simmer on low heat together, and soup is almost ready. So you're going to cover it, and after a few minutes you're going to add some more crayfish to further add some goodness to your soup. And you're also going to add some seasoning cubes to balance the taste of everything, and that's it. Your soup is ready for consumption. You can pair this with white rice, you can pair this with pounded yam, you can pair this with whatever swallow you like, eba, semo, just name it, whatever it is, you can pair it. And I hope you try it out. Let me know when you do in the comment section. If you have any questions, I'll address them when I see them. Remember to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in my next post. Thanks for watching. Bye.